Hello and welcome to Jeffrey Hack Music, bringing you entertainment, education, and everything music. To learn more about Jeffrey Hack Music, visit jeffreyhackmedia.com/music. Today, I'll be looking at VoicePlay's acapella arrangement of the Wicked Cappella Medley. This song also features Rachel Potter, nothing new there, and Emoni Wilkins. Before we dive into the reaction, I just want to let you guys know that I have acapella experience. I sang in an acapella group in college called the ASU Devil Clefs. They're now called Devil Clefs, but not the Devil Clefs. And I also got my college degree, my BA, in film and media production, so I have some background in film production that I love sharing with you guys in these reactions and the commentary. So that's me, Jeffrey. Now let's dive into the video reaction.
Nothing grows for the wicked, they reap only what they've sown. No one mourns the wicked, no one cries they won't return, no one lays a lily on the grave. The good man scores the wicked. Children learn what we miss when we misbehave.
I like that harmony. I'm just not reacting as powerfully to this because I've heard Geoff's really low voices. For those of you who have seen my channel, you know that I react to a lot of VoicePlay reactions, and I was expecting Geoff to go a little bit lower, not gonna lie, because I know he's capable of hitting those low notes, but that was really good. Very subtle. Not flat, not sharp, subtle. Good job, Geoff. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, Eli is so good with his vocal control. I cannot say that enough.
When I meet the wizard, once I prove my worth, and then I'll meet the wizard, what I've waited for since birth.
Honestly, the way Rachel sounds, she should be in Wicked. Was she not in Wicked? Did I not catch on to this? Like, what the heck?
Say to me, I see who you truly are, a girl on whom I can rely, and that's how we'll begin. The wizard and I,
dancing through life, skimming the surface, gliding where turf is smooth.
Ooh. Listen to that vocal percussion.
For the brainless, why think too hard when it's so soothing?
Dancing through life, no need to tough it, when you can slough it off as I do. Nothing matters, but knowing nothing matters. It's just life, so keep dancing through.
I'm going to go back just a little bit because I want to share with you guys what Geoff was doing right there, bass-wise. He was hitting the bass notes in a particular way at a certain timing.
Dancing through life, no need to tough it, when you can slough it off as I do.
That's so cool.
Nothing matters, but knowing nothing matters. It's just life, so keep dancing through. Dancing through,
Oh man.
personality dialysis. Now that I've chosen to become a palace mystery divisor, there's nobody wiser. Oh, not when it comes to popular.
Oh yeah.
I know about popular, and with an assist from me to be who you be instead of cheering who you are. Well, are there's nothing that can stop you from becoming popular.
Oh wow, what a great soloist. Ooh, singing.
Quite as popular as me.
Oh my gosh. I loved that solo. Oh my gosh, jeez, I need to hear that again. Let's just hear it again. Let's just enjoy it.
Just not quite as popular.
Ooh.
and find her and kill her. Kill the witch and hunt her and find her and kill her. Wickedness must be punished. Whoa. Effectively eliminate. Wickedness must be punished. Kill the witch.
This is crazy, but I'm getting Panic at the Disco vibes listening to this. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
Kill the witch.
Punished by. I hope you're happy now that you're choosing this. I hope it brings you bliss.
Headbang, it's out of sync. Changing tempo.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn. And we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you.
Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun. Like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood.
Oh, I liked that. Halfway through the world. I want to hear that one more time. That was great.
As it passes the sun. Like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood.
Ooh.
Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better because I knew you.
Because I
I like that.
Because I knew you, I have been changed. Unlimited. I hope you're happy in the
Yes.
end. I hope you're happy, my friend. So if you care to find me, look to the western sky.
Getting chills right now.
Hold me lately. Everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I am defying gravity. I'm flying high, defying
Oh my gosh.
so no match them in renown. And nobody in all of
Here it comes.
no wizard that there is or was is ever gonna bring me down.
Wow. Wow. Jeff with the bass. I loved it.
not when it comes to
That was so good.
I know about popular, and with an assist from me to be who you be instead of cheering who you are. Well, are there's nothing that can stop you from becoming popular.
Oh, so great. I'm not crying, you are. Gosh, this was outstanding. This is again the reason why VoicePlay, hands down, is my favorite professional a cappella group. That does not mean I do not care for Pentatonix, Home Free, all the other a cappella groups out there. Just voice play has a certain place in my heart for musical theater, and they know how to execute it so well. So for this commentary, I just want to dive into some of the music video and just point out the things that really stood out to me, because you saw my reactions and it just, wow, it was incredible. So to start off, I really liked the beginning, and the reason I love the beginning is it has that swing motion vibe, as if you're in a musical theater, like a dining theater. You go to Broadway. Honestly, I've never been to Broadway in New York, sadly. Even though I say I'm a huge musical theater person, I don't have the money to go. That's part of it. But I just love the musical theater vibes. I don't know how else to say it. But anyway, let's roll the clip. So right here. No one lays a lily on the grave. The good man scorns the wicked. You can hear that musical theater like presence. I love that change in lighting. Let's check that out. That is so cool. Did a really good job of executing that well. I really like Rachel's makeup too. I never really noticed it. I was paying attention to their voices when reacting, but I didn't really notice Rachel's makeup as much. I like that hairstyle too. And one thing you'll probably not notice and understand as much is they have a side light. So that light you see on Geoff's hair, that is what you would call a backlight. Not really a side light as much, but a backlight. It's a magenta light that's shining onto his hair, and it's making his backside brighten up or illuminate a little bit more for the camera, because if that thing was off, his backside wouldn't be able to be shown, or it wouldn't be as illuminated. It wouldn't be as well exposed for the camera, and it would be harder to see the details of him. So that's why they have that nice backlight, the magenta backlight, for him to stand out and blend with all the other colors. Those are really nice microphones they're using too. I'm just checking them out. Wow. And geez, Eli with his vocal range, just his vocal, I've tried to do something like that, vocal control wise, like, no, like I always end up going into some sort of vibrato state of mind, and I don't know why. When I did gospel choir in college, which was a really fun choir, shout out to Dr. Thompson, you know who I'm talking about, Dr. Thompson, if you're watching this video, but the vocal control is just, I don't know how to do it as well as most singers do. It takes a lot of time and practice and understanding your own voice. As a person like me who likes to sing rock vocals, a cappella stuff, but hasn't really done necessarily much of the choir stuff. I don't know why I said choir twice. Voice control, vocal control, it's hard. It's a hard thing to really nail.
I prove my worth, and then I'll meet the wizard.
Jeez, and just the sound of Rachel's voice, she sounds like she sounded, like I said in my reaction, she sounded like she was already in Wicked. She sounds so similar to the singers that originally were in Wicked. I wouldn't be surprised if she was actually on Broadway for a time, and I know I should probably know this information for those of you who are going to say, do your homework, Jeffrey, or whatever. If she's been on Broadway in a couple shows, let me know in the description down below. I'm probably going to do some more research on that after I'm done recording this video, but I swear, Rachel just has that natural voice tone to be in a Broadway show, like a musical theater show or something like that. And she does really well with voice play, a cappella-wise.
Waited for since birth. He'll say to me, I see who you truly are. A girl.
The lighting of the light right here, the green light right here, it just looks really nice. And then we have Theater World. I like that. Got the nice clocks. I really like that production design. Just the microphones are all set up on the stage. It's just really nice alignment. I really like the way they went along or made this music video. And we got a lot of wires in the background. I'm sure that there's a cinematographer walking around the stage using like a stabilizer or something, like a stabilizer that they have those little stick things you see camera people use. They have the camera on top and then the stick on top or stick below, and they're usually walking around with it, making sure this camera is getting smooth motion. It's not fidgety or like you're not getting what would you call it? Jittery frame rate. But let's go to the middle. I really enjoyed this part too, when the music changed and the colors changed. I could hear a little bit of auto-tune right there. Let's hear. Yeah, I could hear definitely just a slight bit of auto-tune, but I could be wrong about that. But the our voices, from what I can hear, they just don't naturally sound like that. So that sounds like some sort of auto-tune automation. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments.
When it comes to popular,
I lost my shit in this one.
that insists for me to be who you be instead of cheering who you are. There's nothing that can stop you from becoming popular.
Jeez, the vocal percussionist, my gosh, he's just insane with all the sounds he can make from his mouth. And that solo is so clean.
Just not quite as popular.
Oh yeah, and then the colors in the background, as you can see. I love that. The golden light in the background that shines on Geoff's back hair, and then there's a light illuminating his side face. I'm using all these little technological terms, but there's a side light illuminating his side face, and it just makes him look like God, in a sense. Oh, I didn't even see those blue lights in the background. Nice. That's one thing that VoicePlay is really good at too, is those little tags. How Geoff just did his brr, and then dim 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 dim. They all tagged along with it, and then ended at the last part, or the last timing of the whole half note. And that's really. I love the characters that these people just dive into. I don't know why I said these people. The VoicePlay members dive into. Every single one of their videos, there's a certain character that's portrayed in their music videos, and it just makes the video all the more interesting to watch.
And hunt her and find her and kill her. Wickedness must be punished. Whoa, effectively eliminate. Wickedness must be punished. Kill the witch. Punished by. I hope you're happy.
Ooh, I didn't catch on to this at first.
I hope it brings you bliss.
Now that is hard to do, and I can tell you from years of experience, not years of experience, but a few years of experience being in acapella in college, going from something that huge like they just did, and then steadily building it down to and just having the dynamic, having that change of dynamic so subtly and so abrupt. It's hard. It's hard as a group to, like, you really got to practice that over and over and over again. Make sure everybody is in sync, make sure the timing is just right, making sure everybody's lips and their mouths are making the same exact shape as yours, and everybody's mouth is different, so it's not going to sound completely the same. But this is why acapella groups audition and choose other new acapella members purposefully, because of the way the person can sing, or their mouth, or just like the way they make their shapes. And when singing, you just want to make sure that that person blends well with the rest of the group. And they definitely blended well there.
Way through the wood, who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have.
I can guarantee you it took them probably 6 or 7 shots with the same camera. I'm dead serious. The same camera, not using like 2 to 3 cameras. This is just my predictions, by the way. You guys who know VoicePlay better than anyone else probably knows exactly what went into this music video. But I'm just assuming they used one camera and took 6 to 7, maybe 8 takes, like shots of the camera guy just walking around, trying not to get in the way of the lights, and just getting those smooth cinematic shots.
I've been changed for the better because I knew you.
Because I knew you.
Because I knew you. I have been changed.
I love that.
I hope you're happy in the
So right here, what I really liked about the change was the drastic change in the lighting, how it goes from kind of soft and the colors just bam, you see that light in the very background just hit all of the members, their backs, and the camera is right in front of the light, so it creates a really cool musical theater lighting design.
As someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm
I love that beat. Oh my gosh.
at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I am defying gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity.
Jeez.
And soon I'll match them in renown. And nobody in all of us, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me
I really like that. I really like that tag. I didn't hear that when I first watched the reaction, but now seeing it again and listening to it again, that's a really cool tag they have, acapella wise. That wouldn't have been done in the musical theater version, I think. Oh my gosh, the chills, man. Again, the chills, just listening to Geoff in that hall. Like, I can't do it because it's Geoff. It's, man, but that was just a perfect note to hit just to end the arrangement. Wow. By the way, if you guys are enjoying this video, be sure to smack that like button. And I'd like to give a special shout out to my Patreon supporters. Their names are listed in my video description down below. Thank you guys so much for your monthly support financially. It really helps this YouTube channel with its creativity and just growing as a production company. As stated in my introduction, if you're curious about Jeffrey Hack music, you can check out jeffreyhackmedia.com/music. And if you guys enjoyed this VoicePlay reaction, then I have tons more VoicePlay reactions to watch on this YouTube channel. So definitely be sure to check out those videos in my video description, or you can find them in my end screen coming up right now.